Hello everyone, welcome back. This is Sumerian and I'm back for a new video. New year, new video. It's been a while. I haven't uploaded since the results of the Halloween competition on the Pixel Puncher server went live. And I probably did that in November, so it's been a couple months, but I'm back. I'm here. It's about mid-January. And we got the results of the Christmas build competition of Pixel Punchers on pixelpunchers.net. And going into this, I was like, oh, I have plenty of time. You know, I don't have classes right now. Work's a little busier the holiday time of year, but that's not too bad. I have more time. The kids can be off. We can chill out, relax, have fun, and I have plenty of time to build. And so I came up with this ambitious build. And truthfully, after a while, I just kind of got tired of it. And what I came out with was, in my opinion, even when I shared it to the entries post, I was meh. It's all right. It's kind of cool. I didn't get to finish as much as I wanted to. I wanted more trees on the mountains. I wanted to finish the interiors of the buildings and the stuff I did, and I didn't really do any of that. But we got the results a couple days ago, and I apparently won this competition on Pixel Punchers as well. So thank you to all the mods on the server. Thank you to the community manager, Andrew and Thomas, on the Pixel Puncher forums. And thank you to Callum, SeaPeakay, who did the final judging of the builds, and once again apparently found mine on top. I am humbled and flattered, and so I decided, because I wasn't going to do a video on this build, but because it won, I figure I should have a record of it in case the server ever gets reset. It happens. So I'm going to do a quick tour of my Christmas competition build. Alright guys, so let's hop on over and we'll go into it's play.pixelpunchers.net. Come play. It's a lot of fun. Everybody I've interacted with on this server are amazing and fun and friendly and helpful, and I've heard of some griefing happening on like the survival servers and stuff, but it almost never happens. Everybody's been wonderful. So I recommend coming to play if you want a great Minecraft server experience. Come over to pixelpunchers.net. Creative server is in 1.15.2 Minecraft, I believe, and that's what I load it into to make it sure it hopefully all works. So I don't have a lot of the new nether blocks or anything, but I generally find that I can build what I am aiming for in 1.15. It's not too bad. Hop on over. Hey, there I am. Woohoo! So we say hi. Now, over here I replaced the entire ground with snow. And then you can see some mountains. You can't see all the mountains. You see, I've been watching Flip build on YouTube, and he had his hardcore survival world, and he started a new mountain project, and I was like, mountains, that should be fun. Yeah. Even in creative. I mean, he's in survival building mountains, and here I am, building them in creative, and I still, it's a lot of work. And I did not have access to World Edit building this, and so everything's out of andesite. That's one thing I wanted that I was hopefully going to get access to World Edit with my rank, and I would be able to use World Edit and replace the andesite with a mixture of stone to make it look more textured, more real, but it didn't happen. So we will start going to the left. Go counterclockwise around. This is the Boulevard of Modern Holiday Cinema. So yes, if you don't recognize it, you're missing out on a holiday classic. This would be the leg lamp from A Christmas Story, and the house, and the Pink Nightmare. The house, I actually pulled up images on Google Images of the actual house I believe it's in Cincinnati. I have sort of a faux leg lamp in there. You can kind of see a lampshade. Like I said, I didn't end up doing like any of the interiors, just enough to fill it out. But this is generally what the house looks like. The green trim is obviously like on the real house, nice and thin and around the windows, and it looks all nice. And in Minecraft, that's hard to do when you have big blocks. But of course, I started out the leg lamp a little smaller, but I decided I wanted to light it, so I made it bigger so that I could stick redstone torches in there. And it doesn't light everything, but it lights up the main parts. And so I hope it looks like the leg lamp. And then this was kind of a last minute thing where I was like, I want to do the pink nightmare. And he ended up kind of flat, but it's the pink bunny suit with the pink bunny slippers. And for it being, I've never really done kind of pixel art type builds before. This was honestly the very first time I've tried to do anything like that. And while it's not totally flat like a pixel art, it's fairly flat and it's along the same lines. And so that's what it came out as. And I was kind of like, it's kind of creepy, but it's fun. And if we keep on moving down the road here, we've got the McAllisters. And of course, you know the McAllisters for Home Alone. One of the burglars is looking in the window here. We have the ice on the steps. There's a little bit inside. This was a bear trap, so I just tried to find whatever I could. Actually, I'm gonna probably break that for now. You can see I actually started laying out the interior of this, and it's, again, fairly accurate to what I can pull from images. We have Kevin in the living room decorating the Christmas tree next to the fireplace. Burglar looking in. I left a crafting table. I actually have the basement, which I apparently made and then I didn't light, and again, didn't decorate. I would have done the furnace down there, the scary furnace. And we have the back door with the other burglar and the nails. I know the nails are actually on the basement steps, but I didn't know what else to do on the back steps here, and so I put the nails back here, and that's one of the most painful moments for me, remembering watching the movie when he steps on that nail and it goes through his foot. It's just viscerally. Anyway, and I've got the tree house there was an attic. Again, not decorated, but it has the zip line going from there to Kevin's tree house. And there is actual string going from there to there. You can kind of see it being highlighted here. But there's no other way to really do it. I tried doing a lead and it didn't really work. So, oh well. Over here at the end of our modern Cinema Boulevard, we have Nakatomi Plaza. Because I'm in the camp of Die Hard is a Christmas movie. Now, for this model, I did find that somebody built a model of Nakatomi Plaza, which is the Fox Network building in Hollywood. And I kind of modeled my build off of their design. My design's a lot smaller. Theirs is a lot bigger. And so I had to scale mine down a lot. But I do have Hans Gruber falling out the window with the lady. I don't remember the lady's name. His wife, his ex-wife. And he's holding onto her watch. And John McClane, who's back there. And he's not wearing a shirt at this point, so he's not wearing a shirt here. He unclasps her watch, and he falls. But this Nakatomi Plaza does go all the way up. It's generally the right shape. I wanted to do the helicopter crash at the top, and again, that didn't happen. But this is above cloud level here, and it got really tough building at this level when the clouds were coming through. I'm going to go on down. I had a few trees scattered through here. I built a couple of pathetic-looking police cars and an ambulance, and then I had little ones that I found in the head database. A little ambulance over here. But the boulevard comes and ends on this side. Now we have this giant mountain range. And yes, every single block is placed by hand. Every layer of snow is placed by hand. I did it all. I had a little gingerbread house village up here with some gingerbread men and women, gingerbread people, happy, sad ones, shocked ones. But if you fall around here, you could come through this tunnel in the mountains, tunnel to Dickenstown. And if you turn back, yeah, this is the tunnel to the Boulevard of Modern Cinema. Words are hard. Sorry. Watching a streamer that's been saying that a lot lately. Dickenstown. So again, we have, I just did a small kind of Dickens style village. Most of them aren't decorated inside, but we have Scrooge and Marley and Associates building here. We have poor, oh, Tiny Tim's dad. Why am I, Cratchit. Cratchit, Bob Cratchit, working in the office with all the money piled around that he can't have. Over here is Bob Cratchit's house with his wife and his little son, Tiny Tim. Now for smaller people, and you'll see later on animals, I ended up using just glass panes because I couldn't find a way that made me happy with blocks or even fences that would look like a smaller person. You can use armor stands, but then they're all the same size as the adults, and it doesn't make a ton of sense to me. So I wanted shorter ones, and so I used glass panes for the shorter children. So that is the Cratchits. You can see, we look up, we have this village. It's all blocked off, and then we have Scrooge's house. He's got nice big couches, nice fireplace. It's missing a brick. Don't know where that went. There's wine and food and cake and plenty of coal. Because if you've read the original story, you know that he's very stingy with handing out coal to light the fires, along with handing out money. He has paintings all over. Let's see, which is the first spirit? The first spirit is the Ghost of Christmas Past, which I put out here. I just watched Muppets Christmas Carol, so I decided to go with the whole white theme for that one. Then we have the Ghost of Christmas Present, who's more of a jolly old full soul thing, but he's still a ghost, so he's still kind of creepy. We have Scrooge over here. He's got his bed curtains, which when he visits the ghost of the future, there are people who are glad he has died, and they are selling his bed curtains because that's all he is worth to them. And then we have the ghost of the Christmas future, or the Christmas yet to come. That's how it is. And I just kind of spaced them out throughout the rooms to give it a little more space. So that is Dickenstown. Did Christmas Carol. And it you can kind of get a hint of what's over here. If we go up here, we have up to the winter cabin. We can go all the way up. There are stairs making their way all the way up to the winter cabin. Again, not much inside, just a small little cool little chalet type cabin. I tried to kind of deck it out. And I'm missing a button on that side. It's funny when you go back through these and I'm like, oh, I'm missing this and I'm missing that. I'm going to go back around to the front. And we can see Merry Christmas, Charlie Brown. Again, another attempt at sort of like a pixel art. And I put his little tree here, but I also built the little Charlie Brown tree over here with the bauble. And of course I had to put Snoopy and Woodstock, and his doghouse is all decked out in lights. And I was going to have the ice skating out here, and again I didn't really get any armor stands or anything out here, but we'll go this way. And we said, go into Whoville. Welcome to Whoville. So we can see the Grinch. Whoville this way, Dickenstown that way. I did the kind of very rounded, again, that very Seussican style of houses are more round, and they're brightly colored, and they're pink in the original cartoon version. There are the table laden with food and drink, and this, I believe this specific one is, this block is called Roast Beast. So they actually have Roast Beast. I made all the Who's around the Whoville tree, all the YouTubers I know and follow and love to watch. SeaPeakay's over there, and then I put myself in there to hang out with them. But, of course, the Grinch is the one who steals Christmas. So, if we make our way up the mountain, and this is the most awkward staircase I have ever built, because I didn't want it big. So yes, we've got up here, and then we go into the cave, and oh look, we've got Max the dog dressed up as Rudolph. And then out here, we've got the Grinch. This was the, they only had like 2 Grinch heads, and this was the better of them. So this is the Grinch and his giant sack of everything he stole from the Who's down in Whoville. There's stockings and presents and Who roast beast. And he's overlooking the town, wondering why they're still singing. Of course, you got a bit of Dickens down back there, and you can see Nakatomi Plaza. What's all this in the middle? Alright, this was the main heart of my build. I'm going to move over here, back to where we start, and we can look up. We've got the North Pole coming out the top of this mountain here with a globe on top, and we got to catch a bit of the sleigh there, but it's just the North Pole popping out of the mountain. So I taught myself some redstone. We hop down in here, and this is, unfortunately, it's hidden. Look at that. Look, I'm gonna hit it again because I'm proud of this. We have this flush white wall like snow, and then we hit that, and look, it's out of the way, and we can go into the North Pole. It's filled with elves and tables full of presents and toys, and it starts like over here where this is where they're starting to wrap. This is where they're building. You can see their little tools on the table. They're building the toys, and they wrap the toys. I have carts with minecarts around with chests so that they can move everything around. We've got this system so they can move their carts over to here and just pop it into the rail system. Of course, we got Santa over here and Santa's house. More elves. We've got the houses for the elves, which look like little gumdrop houses, all red and green and white. We have all the fun elves. You see this guy who unloads the train. And if we go back here, we go up to the reindeer care, because can't forget all the reindeer. And look, Elf SeaPeakay is taking care of the reindeer. So we have Dancer and Vixen. This one's Prancer, Dasher, and Rudolph, of course. Blitzen, and Comet, and Donder, and Cupid. We have all of the reindeer. Got water and hay galore, and they're all cared for up here. I wanted this to be domed, and I lined it with this gold to give it a bit of color, and the gold glowstone for light. And I have the lights just sort of all floating around to keep it lit. And we have the pole in the center, which originally I had this as sort of like Santa's main hub, but then I wanted to add the sleigh on top on outside. And so I turned this into the packing station. Present loading and unloading. So they can stand up here, you can unload. We've got 2 bubble elevators. This is down from the sleigh And this is up to the sleigh, and they can load all the presents or themselves up. We go up the inside of the pole, and we hop out on the platform, not a very safe platform, I was going to put railings on it, to the elf that is loading Santa's sleigh. We have his little sleigh here, getting loaded with presents. And we have this nice, I wanted to do a snow globe, so I did the snow globe on top. I added some glowstone actually behind the leaves with the wood so that it was lit from the inside. And we had candles and baubles and candy canes all over the tree inside with snow on the ground. And then you can go down in here. Someone's paying a visit. That's awesome. And this will take you right back down into the center of the North Pole. Now, as frustrating as, especially building the mountains were and stuff, I was proud of this part. I loved the North Pole. And that was my favorite little bit. And the fact that I was able to figure out this redstone contraption and hide it down in here. Because I thought the trick too is, you know, from here, I didn't want it to be super obvious there was a doorway under here. And so I disguised it the best I could do, and that was it. And that was, I gotta say thanks to Squid. I genuinely did not expect it. Alright everybody, thanks for joining me. I'm Sumerian, and I'm happy you could be here. Hope you enjoyed the tour of the Christmas build. The first place Christmas build for Pixel Punchers. This, for 2020, December build competition. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed. Come hang out with me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Sumerian, Cimmariin, and I hope to see you over there. Have a great new year, and we'll see you next time. Bye!